Hello friends, welcome to all. Myself Pradeep Yadav from Citizen College of Commerce. We studying the FY BBA's business communication skills subject, compulsory subject, which is important for the every student. Okay, into that we have started our first chapter, that is the concept of communication and introduction of communication. Into that we have to be learn about the basic terminology about the communication, what is mean by communication and why it is important to make a communication throughout your business process. From before starting the lecture, I want to make a more concentration about the subject and the communication skill, because when we are going to be make a behavior, when we are going to be make a practice within a business world, then it is very important to you and every person, every employee, every management to get an important skill, to get a command on your business communication skill, because communication is a very key factor whenever you are making a business. While making working as a professional or working as an employee within any of the organization, when you have a good command on a communication, then you are able to get a good position within organization, you are able to gaining a more profit, more opportunity within your life. So when we are going to conclude about the subject, so this subject is very helpful to you to getting a good marks within your graduation. Plus with that, whenever you are able to learn, you get the ability of the communication. When you are learning the subject, then you are getting good opportunity in your life also, while you are going to communicate with the people, while you are going to interview with within your life for any of the company or any multinational company. From this subject you are able to learn the how you are getting to able to get an interview with any of the company, or how to make a communication in a formal way, in an informal way, how we are able to get a non-verbal communication with the people. All these terms you are able to learn from this subject. So for understanding this, for gaining this knowledge, we have to be understand the concept of communication. So we have to be started the knowledge about the communication. So firstly we are going to discuss the communication. What is communication? Communication is a term which is referred to understand that when we are going to make a transfer of knowledge, when we are going to be transfer of some symbol, some identical information to any person, from one person to another person, that term is called as your communication, which is refers to making talking to anyone, to make sharing the information, to sharing any type of symbols. That all terms is concluded under your terminology of communication. Basically that term, when we talking about this specifically the word of communication, then we can just say that the communication word is come from a Latin language, that is the communis, that is the communis. That word is communis, which is came from a Latin word and which is specifically mean as a common. Okay, which is specifically mean as a common. So communication word is brought from a Latin word which is mean by the common, that is mean wanted to say that when we are going to be share the knowledge, and specifically we are easily share that information commonly to the every person, that terminology or that aspect is called as your communication. So communication is a very old type of theory, old type of term which is used by the human being from they are going to be civilized. Even though your animals is also using the terminology of communication, we seeing the various sounds, various wording using by the animals, such as the dog, such as your cat or any of your birds. They are just making some type of sounds. Basically we are not able to understand that sound, but within their species they are able to understand that whatever that front sider or the sender wanted to talk. So basically the communication term is not related only with a human, but it is a universal concept which is used by the every single species on our earth. They are using that communication terminology. So basically the terminology concept is just mean as to sharing the information, to sharing the knowledge by one person to another person. So this is the very basic information introduction about your communication. Now we have to be seen the definition of communication. definition of communication. So first definition of communication is cards and your Khan. So communication is the, as per the Khan, the communication is the exchange of knowledge, to exchange of information and the transmission of meaning from the very essentials to the social system, which is very essential to the social system for an organization. So if we are going to decode this definition, then we can understand that when we are going to exchange information, when we are going to transmit the your knowledge or your meaning for which is very essential for your organization. So whole of your communication process from this definition is classified between two parts, that is the transmission of your information, then you are transmitting or to gaining the knowledge or to gaining the meaning of that information. So communication is not only refers to the information which you are going to be exchanged or you are going to be transferred to another person, with that you are going to be able to understand the concept of your knowledge whichever sent by the sender. So that is the basic definition by the your cards and Khan definition. In other words, when we are seeing the definition of your communication in a common dictionary, then it can be says that it is referred as the exchange of thoughts, idea, information and which is made by the speech or any other way of communication within organization, that is called as your communication. So it is referred as the exchange of idea, information, facts throughout your written, your speech or any other behavioral expression, that is called as your communication. So these are the very basic and the very easy type of definition which is given by the various thinkers. Now for this we have to be understand the object of the your communication, object of communication. Objectives of communication. Into that the communication have various objectives. Into that specifically the first type of your objective of the every type of communication is to transfer the information. Every time when you are making a communication with any of the people, or you are making communication within your organization, within your family, at that time the main purpose of making your communication is to transfer the knowledge, any type of specific information, any type of specific idea when you are getting within yourself and you wanted to share that one with another person. Okay, so at that time you using the term of your communication to transfer that information. So you can easily able to talk with that people, or you can easily just make a phone call, or if you are making a formal communication, so at that time you can easily able to write an email to that person, or you can WhatsApp to that person. So in that case you are transferring your information to that person. So that is your first objective of the communication, is to make a transfer of your knowledge or your information. Then the second term is the to make or for interacting with the people. When the people wanted to interact with the people, interacting means at that time also you are getting an approach with another person, you are getting to communicate with that people, and from that you are able to get a specific type of information from that people, or you wanted to just greet to that people just as a welcome, or you wanted to know about anything of the any person health or any person knowledge. That time you are making a communication. Various time we seen that the various in a general ad sense, there are people or the any specific statutory body is communicated to us, or the if any time the RBI issuing the press note or the any SEBI issuing the press notes, from issuing that press note they are giving the information, they interacted with you, or the government can issue any type of note or any type of guidance note to the people for getting an interaction with that people, and they can easily able to transfer their information to the another person. So second objective of your communication is to interact with the people directly. You can interact with the people with a through or with a process of your communication concept. Then your third point is for education and training, for education and training. For education and training. As we know that you all are the students, you are studying from your first standard to up to your graduation. While you are studying, is that possible we can gain an education without communication? Okay, when you are in your LKG or junior KG or in your first standard, your ma'am, your teachers is going to teach you while you are singing. Okay, from singing the words, from singing any type of alphabets, they are teaching you, they are giving the training you how to take or how to make and speak or how to gain any type of knowledge. Or in other sense, if you wanted to learn about the numbers, you wanted to learn about the mathematics, then also your math teacher is showing you with a written communication way. He just written down the math formula, thereafter he solved any type of mathematics or any type of subtraction. So okay, so any type of education from which you wanted to make and communicate with any of the people, for that you need to make an communication, and it is a very basic element of your communication to get an education to any people or to train any type of people. So it is a very basic type of object of the communication. Then the fourth point is to update to oneself. When the person wanted to update, when person wanted to enlarge any one person's idea, any one person's knowledge, at that time they using the concept of their communication. Okay, if I wanted to involve or I wanted to enlarge your information, I teaching you throughout this communication media or throughout the videos or throughout any type of online articles or any type of YouTube videos link. So at that time I am giving the knowledge to you, and from using of that video or while learning of that video, you can able to getting a more knowledge about, and you are get an update from yourself. So updating of to any oneself or any person, it is another object of your communication. Then the fifth point is for entertainment. For entertainment. For entertainment. It is a very easy kind of object. Okay, we are seeing the various concepts, such as we seeing the videos, we listening the audios, we listening the music, we seeing the pictures. From that, it is just not mean that we are gaining some type of knowledge or we are getting the some type of information, but we are getting the we entertain ourselves throughout your communication. When we are listening the audio or any type of music or any type of song of any singers, then we are getting the entertainment, we are enjoyed that one. So for the entertainment purpose throughout the communication, the one object is also and to get an entertainment to the people or to entertain the people. So entertainment is also object to an entertain to the people. And the last point, to understand the world. To understand the world. When we seeing any type of handicapped people who is not able to talk, who is not able to listen anything, that person is called as a deaf person. So we seen that people is not able to listen, they are not able to understand the world, because when they are not able to hear anything, so they cannot understand everything in a easy way. So communication is important for that people. Or we seen the illiterate people is not able to read anything, they are not gaining the knowledge whatever the written by any of the thinker or anywhere anything is written. So that people is not able to communicate in that way. Illiterate people is not able to understand the written communication, and your deaf people is not able to understand the verbal and your any type of visual concept. So that people is unable to understand your understand the world or any type of specific process. From using the communication concept, every type of concept, your written communication, your verbal communication, non-verbal communication, people can able to understand the world. People can able to gain the more knowledge, and from that they can understand the world. If I wanted to gain more knowledge, I wanted to move to the China, then at time I can read, I can understand, I can communicate with any Chinese people. From that I can able to understand the Chinese culture also, or otherwise I can understand the Japanese language, or from that gaining that knowledge to make a communication with that people, I can enlarge myself, I can update myself, and from that I can understand the whole concept of the world or various concepts throughout the world. So these are the basic 6 objective of the communication which is involved, which is very specifically classified by the various thinkers. So this is the from today's video we are understand the concept, very basic introduction about the communication. Then we seen the 2 definition of the your communication, and the lastly we seen the object of your communication. So we are rest our lecture here. Okay, it may be sufficient for today. Thank you.